I can't even begin to explain how excited I am that it is finally the most wonderful time of the year. There are just some things in my life that bring me pure joy. My family, my board games, and of course, fall time. Hi friends, welcome back to Board Game Buzz today. And if it isn't obvious already, I am all set up and I'm currently getting set up for fall time / Halloween. And as I was getting all my decorations set up and getting everything all ready for fall, I was thinking to myself, and I was like, you know what, we really need to put together like a cozy games list. Something about fall is just so cozy and warm and welcoming to me. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this list. So this list today is gonna be 10 cozy board games that you can go ahead and play this fall that will kind of help bring in all the warm, cozy vibes for this magical season. So full transparency right now, some of these games I actually don't own. Quite a few of them I do, but not all of them. As I'm going to be going through this list, I'm actually going to be using and screen sharing onto Board Game Geek. That way I can kind of fully show off all the games and we won't kind of be jumping back and forth. So this top 10 list actually has a couple honorable mentions. So I have a couple games that are not quite out yet, they're not quite released, but I really wanted to add them to this list because when I saw them, I immediately was like, yes, those would be such great games to play in the fall. So the first honorable mention that we're going to be talking about today is the Leaf. It says, players embody the spirit of the wind and guide leaves to the forest floor. So you have these leaf tokens, and they're like cardboard pieces of actual leaves. And what you are doing is you are actually placing them in certain combinations, and you're trying to get, I believe their edges, you're trying to like line up their edges to get them to touch in certain ways that will score you points, help attract animals, help, grow mushrooms. I love the little squirrel meeples, and I love all of the colors that they chose for this. Just look at it. It looks just like a fall game. I feel like I would even want to play this game outside during the fall, like at a park or something. It just looks so cozy and fun and beautiful. So the next honorable mention that I have is Honeybuzz Fall Flavors. Now, for those of you who know me, Honeybuzz is one of my favorite games. I am obsessed with all things Honeybuzz. Unfortunately, the Board Game Geek, they don't quite have all the pictures, so I wonder if I can run over to their Kickstarter to kind of show you more. Okay, so here's the Kickstarter page. It'll give us a little bit more images than the last one did. But Honeybuzz Fall Flavors, it's basically just an addition to Honeybuzz. It's an expansion. It comes with this mat here that you are actually able to use in place of the mats that come in Honeybuzz. And instead of, foraging for the flowers and stuff, you're actually going and collecting, the pumpkins and the pears and all of the fall fruits, the apples. Look how cute the little pumpkin tiles, and it comes with like squishy fruit. I assume they're gonna kind of be like squishy like the Everdell berries. Everything about this I want so bad. I want this game yesterday. Now I know there's some issues currently going on with the delivery for this Kickstarter, so I'm not really gonna speak to that too much, but I really am hopeful for this game and I'm looking forward to it. I desperately want this. I want to be able to have regular Honeybuzz for spring and then have this fall flavors for fall. All right, enough with the honorable mentions. Let's get into my top 10 cozy games for autumn. So number 10 on the list is Sequoia. It's kind of a little bit of an area majority game because how it goes on is you'll be taking turns rolling dice, and then based on the numbers of those dice, you'll be choosing certain locations to kind of grow your trees. You'll be going down the table. It's very quick. It's all simultaneous. And as it continues to go, as the game goes on, you'll be placing more and more of your little tree tokens out there, and then whoever has majority on those specific locations wins those points. So right here it kind of shows if you get first place, you get 3 points for having majority on this section, and then if you get in second place, you just get 1 point. So it's a very quick game, a very fast game, but it's so much fun. And I don't know, it might be like the colors that's kind of giving me like autumn vibes for this game, but this is just a great one, especially if you're with like higher player counts. I think this is fine at lower player counts, but I definitely prefer it at the highest. It's just a fun, really quick one. So if you're looking for kind of like a cozy autumn game that plays really quick, I would highly recommend this game. I really, really enjoy it at that higher player count, like I said. So that was my number 10, Sequoia. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, something that I always think about or always associate with fall time and autumn time is like county fairs. Like that, where we live, there's like so many fairs that are always happening, so many fun, carnivals and fun stuff coming to town. And so I absolutely had to add this one to the list. So my number 9 pick is actually going to be 10 Penny Parks. Now, in 10 Penny Parks, it is a worker placement game. It's like a worker placement and a polyomino game. So you'll basically have some workers. You'll be using those workers to collect certain rides, which then you will be adding to your personal player board. I love this little circus tent that is here in the middle, and that circus tent, it actually spins, and so during the game, it'll spin, making some rides more expensive to purchase, other rides less expensive to purchase. I am obsessed with the artwork in this game. Vincent Dutrait did an incredible job, but every time I pull this game out, it just gives me so many like fall vibes. I have memories of going to fairs in the fall time, growing up, and I don't know, it's such a fun game. So number 9 for me is 10 Penny Parks. So I was watching Jeff and Jamie's channel, Foster the Meeple, which if you don't follow them, please go do. They are amazing. But I was following them and I was actually listening to their cozy like autumn board game list, and this came up, and the moment that they did, or the moment they mentioned this, I was like, yes, they're so right. I need to put that on my list. And that is Hickory Dickory. This game is just so freaking cute. Like I can't even handle it. You literally, so you're like little mice, and it follows like the nursery rhyme, like the Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock, and you are literally like jumping around on this clock trying to collect things. And I mean, just look at the artwork. Oh my goodness, it is so cute. And so the middle of the board, it looks like a grandfather clock, and your little meeple mice will actually physically hop on to those hands as they rotate around the board and then hop off onto various areas of the clock. It is just so cute and so cozy, and I love the artwork around the outside of the clock with the leaves and the bird at the top. Something about this is just so cozy and just screams autumn to me. So that is why Hickory Dickory is my number 8. When you think of fall, the very first thing that I usually think of is like warm, snuggly blankets. And so that's why Patchwork has to be on this list. And so Patchwork is coming in at number 7 for me. Now, Patchwork is obviously a very popular game, so I'm sure probably most of you are probably very familiar with Patchwork, but in Patchwork, players will be competing against each other, purchasing certain little pieces of quilt, trying to piece them together to make like a big, beautiful quilt board. And so just the theming of, trying to piece together a quilt. I almost actually put Calico on this list, but Calico is more stressful to me. Like, Calico is a very stressful game. And so when I was trying to think of like cozy games, Patchwork kind of gave me more cozy vibes versus Calico, which kind of gives me more stressful vibes. Hey dude, what's up? No, you can't have a sucker. No. You want popcorn? You want popcorn? Okay, I'll come get you some food.
Popcorn, please.
No, that's candy. You can't have candy. Ooh, okay, I'm back. They have a lot of different versions of Patchwork, like they even have like this Halloween version. So that might be showing up on my Halloween list, I don't know. But as far as like cozy vibes, I think just the traditional, just the original Patchwork game is a great, just cozy autumn game. My number 6 pick for you today is actually viticulture. Now, my husband does not agree with me that this is a fall game, which I get, I get it. But for some reason, I totally think this is a fall game. So in viticulture, you basically have a plot of land in Tuscany, and you are planting and harvesting grapes, trying to create wine, and sell them to selling particular orders, trying to gain the most points. Now, the base game viticulture, the board that it comes with doesn't have like an autumn section of the board, but in the expansions, I forget what one it's called. What is the expansion called? Okay, yeah, so I believe it's this Tuscany. I might be wrong, but I believe it's the Tuscany expansion for viticulture that actually adds a section of the board that includes, it has like a spring section, and then it also has a fall section. So there is some fall in it. I think there are very few games that scream autumn as much as this next game does. My number 5 pick is Bosque. I mean, just look at this cover. Just look at it. It screams fall and all things fall. It is just beautiful. It's literally called A Game of Majestic Trees and Falling Leaves. Like this game was made for fall. So Bosque is played over like the 4 seasons, and so 2 of those seasons are playing seasons, and then 2 of those seasons are scoring seasons. And basically what you're doing is you are trying to grow your trees, and then those trees will then drop their leaves. You are trying to spread your leaves as far as you can and as wide as you can, and basically, yeah, just have kind of the most area. I love the little leaf tokens that it comes with. They are so cute. And even the trees look beautiful. Let's see if we can find a good image of those, of how beautiful they are on the board. Like right there, you can kind of see some of them in this image. It looks beautiful, and all of the whole color palette for the entire game. And I mean, again, it's a game literally about leaves falling and trying to, drop your leaves all over the floor of the forest, which I cannot think of a game that is more fall-like or epitomizes fall more than that. So that is why Bosque is coming in at number 5. Savernake Forest is my next pick. It's going to be my number 4 pick for this list, and I really hope I pronounced that right. I might have totally butchered it, but this is such a beautiful, beautiful, fun game. So basically what you are doing in this game is you have these little square tiles, and you're laying them out. I believe it's a 4x4 grid in front of you, and you are basically trying to make certain pathways throughout the forest. And while you are making those paths, you will also be placing animals onto those paths, and you're trying to score the most points by trying to feed your animals the most, basically. And so when it's your turn, you select one of these tiles, add it to your little 4x4 grid in front of you, and again, you're just simply selecting tiles and placing them in certain combinations that will score you the most points. And that's why this is coming in so high for me, because it's just such a cozy game. I don't feel like it's a game that you really have to think too terribly hard in. It's just kind of, you select your piece and place it, and it's beautiful, and the artwork in it just is totally fall vibes. Something that I really love about this game is based on what tile you select, every tile is going to be directly underneath an animal, and so each animal is actually going to give you certain abilities or certain stuff. If you select under this donkey, I believe, you get to collect that water. The armadillo gives you shelter, so it allows you to, store more food. And so it's kind of like another fun puzzle that's kind of going on is, okay, I really want that tile, but I also really want that ability. So like, what do you go for? I don't know, it's just a fun kind of just peaceful tile laying game, which, you're trying to piece out your puzzle, which makes it really fun, and I feel like it's a good addition to this list. And so that is my number 4 pick, which is Savernake Forest. So coming in at number 3 for some cozy autumn games is actually going to be Parks. Now, I am obsessed with Parks. I love it. And every time I play it, it just totally gives me just straight up cozy autumn vibes. So in parks, you are quite literally trekking through the national parks. And so you have little workers and you're moving them on this trail. And the fun part about this game is you can move your workers as far down the trail as you want to, but you can never move them back. And so you're moving down this trail slowly collecting resources, collecting water, sunlight, and just these little tokens that you will then spend to visit national parks. And I don't know if it's because growing up we would always go hiking a lot in the fall, and so maybe that's why I kind of associate hiking and visiting national parks with fall time. But I do, and this is also like a really big comfort game for me. I know me and my mom and my grandma, we actually play this a lot on BGA, because this is one that you can get on there. And it's just, I don't know, I just feel like it's been like a stressful day and I just want to sit down and play a game, I will just kind of pick up Parks. It's just kind of one that I go to. So that is why Parks is going to be my third choice for a great cozy game this autumn. So number 2 on this list is actually a relatively new game for me. I actually only played this for the first time about a month ago, I want to say. But again, when I was making this list, it just came straight to my mind. So number 2 is going to be Three Sisters. So Three Sisters is a roll and write game, which basically means you're going to be rolling dice and then marking, based on what those dice show, you'll be marking results over onto this pad of paper. And what you're actually doing in this game is you are kind of managing your backyard, trying to grow corns and beans and pumpkins. And these dice are amazing. They're amazing. I mean, first off, they have pumpkins on them, which is like a plus in and of itself, but they are big and just chunky and just, they're so satisfying. They're great dice that come with this game. One of the reasons why I love this game is because it is so like combo-tastic. There are so many great combinations and ways that you can combo all of your actions together and try to gain the most points. It's a really, really, really fun, satisfying game. It was like one of the first games that came to mind when I sat down to do this list. I was like, okay, we absolutely need to have Three Sisters. So if you are a fan of roll and writes, and even if you're not a fan of roll and writes, or if you've never tried roll and writes, I would highly, highly, highly recommend trying this game. All right, so my number 1 pick. Here for like the ultimate cozy game. This game is the one that always just comes up very first for me, and that is Creature Comforts. So basically in the game, winter is coming and you are trying to prepare your burrow so it's going to be super cozy and warm and good for your family for the winter. I mean, could the theming be like any cuter? Any cuter for this game? You're literally like preparing for winter. You're moving through all the seasons, preparing for winter, trying to collect resources and collect things to make your home super ultra cozy. And I don't know if it's because like I personally do that. I'm like a huge like nester. Like I feel like for every season I'm like preparing and I'm like decorating or doing fun stuff and getting my house ready for all the seasons. So maybe just because like this theme just hits super close to home for me. But I do love in this game your use of dice. So it is a worker placement, but you're also rolling dice and being able to do actions based on the results of that dice. And I don't know, I love dice in games for the most part. I know some people probably don't like that as much, but for me I think it's fun and I think it adds an element of surprise and an element of luck in games, which can be kind of fun, and I really do like it in this game. Little animal tokens are so cute. We've got the foxes and the squirrels and the bunnies, and I love how like you're like collecting things for your home. You're collecting things for your burrow. And I feel like I want to play this game like normally just kind of throughout the year, but autumn especially, like all of the things that you're collecting, like the apple pie and the warm woolen socks and the candles, like everything that you're collecting, it just screams autumn and it screams fall for me. So yeah, Creature Comforts, a super cute game, one that you definitely need to get your hands on and play this autumn if you are able to. So there you go. Those were my 10 games plus a couple honorable mentions that I would personally recommend to play this fall. For me personally, these games just give total cozy vibes. They just are they just feel like warm, cozy games that are great for this time of the year. If you have any suggestions that you would personally add to this list, please let me know in the comments below. I'm all for all the cozy games, so I need to be breaking out and pumping out a bunch of these games this fall. So if I can add any more to this list, I would absolutely love to. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't yet subscribed, it would mean so much to me if you could do that. It kind of helps support me and everything that we're doing over on this channel. I hope you have a wonderful autumn and play all of the cozy games that you can possibly get your hands on. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Are you excited for Halloween? Are you excited for Halloween? Yes. Are you so excited? Hey, should we show them what we're going to be for Halloween? Should we show them? Let's do it. Let's show them. Let's put on your outfit. Then come here. Come here. Let's put it on. Who are you?
Spider-Man.
You're Spider-Man? Oh my goodness. Can you shoot some webs? Go. No?
No one gets the spiders.
Oh, you don't want to get the spiders?
I want to get spiders. They're
Oh, yes.
mad.
They're mad.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're going to be the cutest little Spider-Man. Should we put the
No,
mask
let's
on?
whip it.
Look, should Mama put the mask on?
Yes.
Should Mama put the mask on? Whoop! Oh! Holy cow! Oh, there it is. Hello. Oh, Mama Spider-Man. Hey, don't hit me. Mama Spider-Man. Oh my goodness, that's tight. Woo!
So tight.
Whew, a little bit. Should you put it on?
Yes.
Ready?
I'm going to take a picture.
Oh,
Mom.
you look, yes.
I want to take a picture first.
You want to see a picture? Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Okay.
She's so excited.